Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Holt End Talks. Joined as always by myself, Scott Acton, Aaron Acton, and Jamie Acton. How are we all doing?
Not too bad, mate.
Good, mate. Good. How are
Good,
you?
good. Yeah, all good. Countdown to the season now. We're gonna do probably the best episode in terms of trying to get the table how we see it come the end of the season, come May. We will do some Villa related ones at the end. And we'll go through bottom to top, or do you want to do top to bottom? I'll leave it up to you two.
Bottom to top.
Top to bottom.
I thought we'd do bottom to top, so let's do that.
Bottom to top.
Right, we'll get straight into it. We'll spend a couple of minutes and then that's it, and we'll get through. Right, 20th, Azzy.
Burnley.
Yeah, Jay.
Leeds. Scum.
Oh, Leeds. I've gone Burnley. Yeah, Azzy, do you want to touch on why you've gone Burnley?
They lost a few players, didn't they? Brownie was their best outfield player last season. Obviously, they lost Trafford in goal. Haven't really signed Premier League-based players. I know they got Kyle Walker, but can he still cut it? He lost a bit of pace now. Plus, I don't like Scott Parker, so I hope they get relegated.
Jay, Leeds.
This is a bit emotional. Emotion took a toll on this one. I just hate them, to be honest. I thought you could put them. I think they're going to get relegated regardless, but
Bloody hell, you two are happy chappies.
yeah, I honestly just hate them with a passion. So yeah, I could have gone either of my bottom three anywhere, but I'll just put them bottom.
Well, let's hope Scott Parker ain't watching, and let's hope no Leeds fans are watching, because they probably would have turned off by now. Right, 19th, Jay.
Sunderland.
Azzy.
Leeds.
I've also gone. I've also gone Sunderland. Jay, Sunderland for you. Why is that?
They've actually made some good signings, but I still worry about them as a whole defensively. I feel like going forward they'll be okay, but it's just defensively, and I think they put a full strength squad out. Yes, I think 2 days ago against Rayo Vallecano, I think it was, and they lost 2-0, and their bench was just so threadbare, and the team itself, the starting 11, again, you look in the defence. Yeah, it just didn't give me no confidence whatsoever, so I think they'll struggle a lot.
Yeah, well, luckily you're not a Sunderland fan, so you don't need any confidence for them. Azzy?
What, Leeds? Yeah, I reckon they struggle. They seem to come up and down, up and down. I reckon Barker would be the first manager sacked as well.
Oh, is that your hot take?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay, yeah.
That's not.
Quite a few in the first 10 and he'll be gone. So, Leeds 19th for me.
Okay, yeah, I went Sunderland pretty much for the same reason as you, Jay. I just don't. I like some of their signings, but overall I don't think they'll have enough. Which it's hard coming up, especially when they've obviously not been in the Prem for a lot of years now. Right, last team to get relegated, Jamie.
Burnley.
Yep, Azzy.
Wolves.
Oh, okay. Well, I've also gone Leeds, so we've all got Leeds to go down. And let's be honest, everyone hates Leeds. All right, Azzy, I'll come to you then. Why Wolves?
I don't know. Obviously, they went on a bit of a upwards spiral towards the end of the season when their new manager took over, but I just reckon they might struggle. I don't know. The way they play football under him was, I don't know. I didn't really like it. I reckon they've lost. Who did they lose? And obviously Nate Norrie and Kuna. But I reckon they struggle. So, and they're wanky wanderers. So they're getting relegated.
So yeah, and I mean we've all got Burnley going down, and we've all got Leeds going down. So again, if you're Leeds, if you're Scott Parker, if you're Burnley, we don't expect you to watch anymore. Right, just staying up then. Jay, 17th.
I have got Wolves. Again, similar things as to what Azzy said. I do think they are going to struggle, and it could, very well. I think they're going to be, them and the next team I got are going to be the teams that are going to be right down there. So either one of these next two teams I say could go down. I just think, yeah, they've sold, their two best players. They haven't recruited well, and yeah, I think the manager's good for the level they're at, but I don't think he's good enough to keep them up with. To stay away from, clear relegation for the squad he's
Yeah.
got.
As he 17th.
Brentford.
Yeah, I've also gone Brentford, and I'll let you take it, but I'm going to probably say for similar reasons.
They obviously lost their manager, lost a couple of key players, brought in a manager that hasn't managed before, so you never know how it's going to go. They they start bad, fans could turn, couldn't they, quite easily? Whereas not really an experienced manager, so don't really like the players they brought in very well. So from that, yeah, I reckon they'll struggle this season.
Yeah, I just think if Wissa goes and they've lost Mbeumo, that's a lot of goals to replace. A lot of goals. I actually had them 18th up until yesterday when I did my table predictor, and then I swapped them round. But yeah. Right, 16th, Jay,
Brentford.
I'm guessing the reasons that we've just said.
Yeah, I think they made the Cody deal permanent, but yeah, like the Mbemo Wissa, I think even Ben Mee going on a free. They've lost Flecken, Norgard, and again the manager inexperience. You don't know how great that's how great of an effect that could have. Having an inexperienced manager going against some of these teams later on down the list is going to be very hard for him, I think.
Yeah, as he 16th.
I've got West Ham.
Yeah, I've also got West Ham. Go on, I'll let you take it.
I just think they're heavily reliant on Jared Bowen. If he gets injured, I think they're absolutely screwed personally. Obviously, they brought in Callum Wilson. Didn't really do much in Newcastle the last 2 seasons, injury prone as well. Bowen seems to get an injury as well, doesn't he, every season, where he's out for them for 3 to 4 weeks. So another season of struggle for West Ham for me.
Yeah, that is the reason I put them there. I just think they're a Bowen injury away, especially if they get rid of Paquetá, which I'm not saying they will, but I know he's been cleared now. But I think they're a Bowen injury away from having a real tough season. Jay 15th.
I've actually got West Ham as well. Just a full house.
I mean, we had West Ham 16th.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, but I've got him 15th. Sorry, I thought you went first on 15th.
No, sorry, Azzy 15th for you.
Sunderland.
Oh, okay. I've actually got Wolves. So the whole bottom five, we all have in slightly different orders. Bottom six, sorry, yeah. But we all have the same bottom six. Do you think that's a relegation battle up to there? Seeing as some of us have got them in different places.
Yeah, I do.
'Cause I don't know about, but the team that I've got 14th, I wouldn't put as relegation trouble.
Me either. They could struggle. I reckon Sunderland will surprise a few people. I like their signings. So I reckon they surprise a few people, especially Stadium Light. If they're winning games there, it could be quite loud, noisy. Good fans, Sunderland. So, and quite like Sunderland as a club. So I hope they do so.
Yeah, it's good to see something. Big. They're our big team, in there, and so I don't particularly like Newcastle. So always nice
If
to
you're
have.
Sunderland fans, you can stay on the channel.
Yeah, but if you're Newcastle, unlucky.
I mean, I put Sunderland to go down.
Yeah, no one
Yeah,
likes
so did I. Right, 14th. I've gone Fulham. Aaron?
I've gone Nottingham Forest.
Wow. Okay. Jay?
Bournemouth.
Okay. Now I can kind of see your reasoning for Bournemouth. Aaron, Forest 14th. Why is that?
They're in Europe. this season. They haven't been in it for a long time, which could affect their league form. Last season, one season wonder being up where they were. They've struggled previously. If you're a Forest fan, would you not take 14th in a European run?
No,
No.
but no.
Chris
I know
Woods,
they sold
Chris
Elanga.
Wood ain't going to score the goals he scored last season. Sold obviously Anthony Elanga. I just don't reckon he'll be up there the same as this season. That's my personal preference.
I
Obviously.
think I've not got them too much higher, but I think they'll probably be a bit better than 14th. But Jay, Bournemouth, I'm guessing it's just because they've lost a lot of their players.
Yeah, I mean, we touched on it with our transfer window episode, but I mean, they just literally Shabani, I think, arrived in France yesterday to do personal terms with PSG, so he's gone as well. So yeah, I mean, I think the whole team's just been a lot of their team sort of just been snatched away from them. So especially defensively, not having Huijsen and Shabani there, yeah, it's going to be tough, I think.
Yeah, I've gone Fulham. I just think they're not really signed anyone yet, have they? But they should have enough to not be in a relegation battle. Although they could shove their freaking clackers up their arse still. Anyway,
You
13th.
hate Fulham.
I hate Fulham. Probably
I
the
do as
worst team in the
well.
Premier League.
I do as well, to be fair, from that playoff final and the fact that their fans were leaving when we left. They didn't even watch them lift the trophy.
Them
That's what was
stupid
annoying me.
clackers, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen us win at Craven Cottage. I went about 7 times.
Yeah, same
Fucking
as.
rubbish. Right, 13th. I've gone Everton. Jay?
I've
Go on, Ez.
got Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I went for Fulham.
Yeah, I mean, like we all said before, similar reasons. I'm guessing they're like, apart from a random Notts Forest.
I feel like
Because I,
that whole area's a bit
I've,
congested, isn't it? With similar teams again, barring Azzy's shout with Forest, it's quite congested with
yeah,
similar teams.
because I've got Bournemouth 12th. So I feel
I've
like
got
they're all
I've got Brighton 12th.
okay. Jay, you got 12th.
Brighton.
Okay, now I've got them 11th. So again, similar kind of
Yeah.
thinking. I mean, I think we all agree that what's that left back they signed called as?
Purvis his first name, isn't it?
No, the one they signed, the Coopy. No, Jay.
Oh,
The Koi,
Creepy.
the Kuipers that they signed. Obviously, we all like him, but I mean, you never really know with Brighton, do you? Because they bought, I think, 2 kiddies from that are Turkish, and they'll probably turn out to be bloody world beaters next season. Or
I think
Chelsea will just
Matt.
buy them for 100
I
million.
think Matt O'Reilly's leaving. I saw something today that he's on about going
Yeah, he
leaving
played much
already.
last season, really.
Yeah, he got
Yeah, he was
injured.
injured quite a lot, wasn't
I was at that game where he got injured against Crawley, and yeah, he got snapped in half as soon as he touched the ball, and yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, I think he's on the way out. But like he says, they recruit so well, better than anyone else in the league. So you don't really know what to expect. They could generally finish seventh, sixth or seventh, or they could finish 14th. Like you don't really know what you're going to get with Brighton, especially with if Belieber goes to United, then that's a
he?
big
Yeah,
big hit for them. They've also lost João Pedro as well.
I think that's a big
Estepinian.
one. Losing João Pedro is a big one, although he's an absolute
Yeah.
prick. But yeah. Who have you two got 11th?
I've got Fulham.
Yeah.
I've got Everton.
Okay, so we literally, apart from Azzy having Forest and not Everton, we've all got the same bottom halves. Well, all of our teams are in the same bottom halves, other than that one. That one, Azzy's obviously got Everton in top half. I didn't touch on Everton being 13th, but Jay, I'll let you touch on them now. 11th.
Yeah, I think they made a mistake not signing the Corey, like keeping him on. Sorry.
Yeah,
So
that was an
him
odd one.
going, yeah, I think he's gone. I think he's gone Saudi. He's gone to that Neom. So he's gone, but obviously, like it's come out today that they've signed, or they're going to sign Jack. I think he's going to be the Jack of old. I think Moyes will get the best out of him, and I really think he'll do what he done for us where he would just drag them up the table. Because without him, I probably would have had him a few places down. But I think he's going to drag them up. I think they got obviously Ndiaye as well. So yeah, I think that overall they've got a good team, especially with like both flanks now. I
Yeah,
think
they
they're going to have a
signed
good
Dewsbury
season.
Hall as well, haven't they?
Yeah,
Dewsbury Hall will
Dewsbury
be quite a
Hall.
good signing for them.
Yeah, I think Moyes came out last week and said he wanted like another 4 or 5 players. So it's going to be interesting to
Yeah,
see what business they do late on. But yeah, they could even be high come in the window. New stadium as well. You don't know what effect that's going to have. You'd like to think a positive one. But yeah, I've got them. I've got them 11th.
yeah, right. Top 10. Azzy, I'll come with you first. 10th.
Man United.
Jay,
Yeah, I've got United as well.
I've got Forest. Similar to what you said earlier, as I personally just don't think they'll have as good a season. Alanga going is quite a big miss, and Chris Wood to go again like he did last year would be tough. United, which one of you wants to cover them?
Yeah, I do. I quite like their signings they made. Obviously, why are you laughing for now?
I
No,
do.
go on, you hold it. Me, sir.
Obviously, like I said in our transfer, I don't understand obviously the Embremo signing, considering they don't play any wingers. Their squad's an improvement from last season, so obviously I've brought them up. Surely they can't do any worse, can they, than what they have been doing? They've got to show an improvement sometime, and I reckon top 10 they might go higher, but I've got them in 7th place for that reason. Sesko's unproven in the Premier League as well, so you don't know what you're going to get out of him in the first season.
Yeah, I think when we obviously done the transfer, not last week or week before, whenever it was, they hadn't signed Sesko, but I'm in the same boat as you. I'm not sure. I've seen him play a couple of times, and I've not really ever thought, "Wow, what a striker!" But
It's
I
more
might
of
be
a
proven wrong.
prospect than even that.
Yeah. Right, 9th, Jay.
I've got Forest.
Yeah, Azzy.
Palace.
Yeah, I've also got Palace. Yeah, I think they've obviously it's come out today that it looks like they're going to be playing in the Conference League because they've lost their appeal with the Court of Arbitration. Do you feel a bit sorry for Palace?
Yeah, I do, because you think Man City and that Girona have played in the same competition before.
Yeah,
Red Bull Salzburg and Red Bull Leipzig have played in the same competition before, so I don't
yeah,
see a difference in this one. They also did you see Steve Parish come out and said Mark Gay, they want money for him rather than letting him go on a free transfer, so that could be he could be leaving before the transfer window shuts potentially as well.
yeah. I was listening to something today, and they reckon that they've changed the dates to when you could sell your shares. So before it was July, and then last year it was March. And yeah, I feel like Palace deserve to be in the Europa League. They got there on merit. Although I'm happy that we won't have to play them if that is the case, because we'll probably lose to them in the final or the
Yeah.
semi-final. But and Jay, Forest 9th, is that just as similar reasons to what me and Azzy said, with them being a bit lower?
I still think they're going to be a good team this year. I think they're going to be good in the Europa League as well. And I actually think, I'd rather have Ndoye instead of Elanga. So I actually feel like they've improved to an extent. Obviously, you don't know what they're going to be like with European football this year. And again, it's going to be a lot for Chris Wood to produce the numbers he did last year. But like I said, the Ndoye signing really is really good. I think he's Champions League level. So yeah, I'll put him at 9th. But again, the teams that I've got, the teams from like Forest and the next 2 or 3 teams I say. I feel like you can just place them in any order really, just because they all have quality in their team.
Yeah, right. 8th, I've gone United. Azzy 8th.
Everton.
Wow, okay. Jay?
Palace.
All right, so Palace is pretty grouped together. I did originally have United a bit lower, and then I did think maybe they'll get another couple of places just because of their no European football. Everton 8th, as that is quite high.
Yeah, so I did have them, Everton and Palace swapped around until obviously Grealish come out. I'll just speak new stadium. Moyes is a good manager. Couple of signings they made. Jack would take them up at that other top level. And I think they've struggled the last 4 or 5 seasons now. Obviously Moyes' first full season back with them in it. Into the new stadium, so I just reckon they'll have a good season personally. So I hope they do. They're a good club, Everton. They're a bit like us. So
Yeah, I like Everton.
Hopefully they can
Yeah.
get back up there to fighting for
Everton,
European places.
Everton are massive when you think about it. Like I know not a lot recently similar to us, but I'd have Everton. I think obviously I think Villa are bigger than them, but I'd have Everton above Newcastle. And I don't think I really don't think they're a million miles away from Spurs either. I think Everton are such a big club, but it's just that thing that obviously their neighbours with Liverpool, who are top 2 teams in the country, so they're always going to have that against them. But yeah, they're massive, and like as he said there, you want them to kind of do well because they're one of the clubs that are trying to break into that. That Sky Six. They were a few years ago. I think they had that summer where they signed Gylfi Sigurdsson, where they spent so much money. So yeah, hopefully they're one of the teams that can knock the teams like United, Spurs, and out the park. Go fuck yourself, man.
No, I'm just like of all the players to bring up, and you bring up bloody Gylfi Sigurdsson.
No, that was a summer window where they signed him. I can't remember who else they
Yeah, I
signed,
know.
but they
Anyway,
farted it.
he doesn't play
What's wrong
football
with?
anymore for all of, oh my God, you don't know, dear. Right, let's move on.
I do.
7th.
I do know. I do know. What wanted you to explain?
7th, I've gone Spurs.
I've gone Spurs.
Yeah, same.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm not. I'm not. This might be wishful thinking, but I think Thomas Frank's a good manager. It's just whether he can get them to click. And yeah, I'm not sure. The Maddison injury might be a big one, but surely again they've got to have a better season. They give up on the league basically come Christmas time, didn't they, last year?
Yeah.
Right, 6th, top 6, which you'd think would be 7th might get you Europe, probably would win it Conference League. 6th, you'd imagine Europa League. So Jay, I'll let you go first.
I've got Newcastle.
As
Same as Newcastle.
I've got Villa. Who wants to touch on Newcastle?
I do.
I'll let you go, Joe.
Yeah, I think the whole Isak thing is obviously going to loom over them for the start of the season. If they don't bring anyone else in, you don't know what they're going to do. Is he going to refuse to play or whatever? They're linked with that Samu from Porto, who's amazing. So if he comes in, then
Morovia, yeah? Is that his name?
well, I'm assuming you pronounced it. I'm assuming you pronounced it wrong. But yeah,
He's a beast, isn't he?
yeah, he's decent. So if they bring in him, then who knows what can happen? Because I reckon he's made for the Prem. The way he plays. But as it stands now, yeah, I'm going for 6th.
All right, yeah, I put Villa 6th. I don't really know why. I just think
Great
I don't know.
analysis.
Don't know. Yeah. Well, I was torn between obviously 6th and 5th because I think the top 4 are probably miles ahead, and I think it will be between us, Newcastle, and a few others to get 5th. I think if we can get top 6 again, we've had a good season, considering that we've had to play it tight with FFP and obviously had one nearly 2 hands behind our back. So I think if we can get top 6 again, I'd be more than happy with that. I've got Newcastle 5th. So what have you two got as 5th?
What, Chelsea?
Oh, I've got Villa.
Right. I mean, I'm not surprised that Aaron's got Villa higher. Jay, touch on Villa.
Yeah, I just think we're going to have a good season. I think we might see the Ollie of old from 2 years ago, where he kind of carries us into the Champions League. So I think again, fifth place with the amount of teams we have in Europe. Even if one or two teams mess up and go out in the group stages, I still think we have so many teams in Europe. We should hopefully be fine with getting top five Champions League this year. So yeah, I've gone Villa fifth.
And as you got Chelsea fifth.
Chelsea fifth, yeah. I reckon they'll have a good season. I do reckon it'll be close up there. Have I put Villa above them just for me being a Villa fan, maybe? But I think Villa will get top four this season, so I have to miss someone out. So Chelsea was the team.
Oh, cool, yeah. Right, who have you got fourth as?
Villa.
Okay, Jay?
I've got Chelsea.
I've actually got Arsenal. Jay, I'll let you go on Chelsea first.
I actually think again they're going to have a good season. I think they're going to be strong. I actually feel like there is going to be a bit of a gap between fifth and fourth. I feel like the top four are going to kind of be in their own little mini league, I think. So again, the top four could go anyway, really. But yeah, I feel like João Pedro is going to be big for them. He's been good this pre-season. Estavio scored the other day. Was it Friday night? He scored. He looks good. So yeah, there's a flood of talent, and I think Maresca towards the end of last season obviously was getting them playing some good stuff. So yeah, I've gone for them fourth.
Azzy, Villa fourth for you?
Yeah, I just think obviously all summer everyone's moaning no transfers, but so I don't reckon. I know we've Walker's on now, but I reckon we're going to have a good season. Personally, I reckon keeping the same players, core players, haven't lost anyone like other teams. We normally do well against the so-called bigger clubs as well around us, so I reckon we'll be back in the top four. Personally,
Well, I mean, for our sake, I hope that you're right. I went Arsenal. I kind of agree with you, Jay. I think the top four will be quite far ahead, actually, of the rest. I just think they've all spent so much money in comparison to us. I know Newcastle bought big on Elanga, but they haven't done anything else, really. And, yeah, the gap is just obscene. I've only gone Arsenal. I'm just not sure Gyökeres is the answer to move them on. And the other signings, Madueke is not gonna, unless you, like you said when we did the transfer, he plays on the left. Can't see him getting many games in front of Saka. Zubimendi, can he cut it in the Prem? Who knows? And yeah, I think if Saliba or Gabriel get injured, then they're never as good. So that would be my reasoning. I'd put Chelsea third. Azzy third for you.
I'll put Man City.
Joe?
Arsenal.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, okay. I just think Man City haven't really brought anyone to improve their starting 11. Really, I reckon it would be. I reckon Arsenal and Liverpool will be like 5 to 8 points ahead of Man City. Personally, I just don't see Man City improving on last season.
Fair enough. Joe, you got Arsenal third.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were thinking that if they got that number 9 they've been looking for, they'll automatically win the league. I feel like that's just going to pile a lot of pressure on them because they've crumbled at every single hurdle they've had. They haven't won anything major under Arteta. So yeah, I feel like this whole number 9 thing is just going to weigh them down even more, to be honest. And I think again we spoke about it in the summer transfer window, but Gyökeres feeds off counter attacks and transition, and everyone sits back against Arsenal. So don't see how he's gonna. He ain't gonna be getting all the chances he got in Portugal. So yeah.
Yeah. I've got Chelsea third. I think they probably will burn out, and that means they'll probably be slightly off City and Chelsea are my top two. City and Liverpool, sorry, are my top two. But yeah, I think 2 trophies in a row back, over the summer and the back of last season just breeds confidence. And it kills me to put them there, but I think they'll be in the top 4 again. I've got City second, Azzy.
Arsenal.
Jay, I'm guessing you've got City.
Yeah, I got City. Yeah.
Do you want to touch on City, Jay?
Yeah, I feel like they're going to go underneath the radar a little bit. Like a lot of people haven't had them, right up there. I've seen some people put them even outside the top 4. But they've done a lot of good business early on. Obviously, I feel like they still have the whole Rodri thing looming over them a bit. I think he picked up another knock apparently the other day. So how they're going to deal without him, you don't know. They got Tijani Reinders coming in from Milan again. You don't know how he's going to be in the Prem. So you have that as obviously a negative, but you got Haaland up front. I think they're looking at Rodrigo as well. It came out today. Their squad is just flooded. I think Diaz signed a new deal as well. Again, the players they signed, Cherki, Ain't Nori, good signings. So yeah, I put again. It could go anyway. The top 4, I think, this year.
Yeah. And as we've all got Liverpool top. I'll come to you for Liverpool.
Yeah, I just think they've improved their team when they won the league last season. Obviously, it's got to work out with the new wing backs with Trent going in replacement with Frimpong, and obviously Kirker's coming in, who is proven in the Premier League, obviously, but making a step up to a bigger club. But Florian Wirtz, I think, very good signing. I just think they'll be there again, unfortunately.
Yeah, a bit of a cheat mode really, because they've spent so much money, and especially if they sign Isak, which this might happen, might not. But after signing Etikite, am I saying that right? Spending 80 million on him, and then he could potentially be a backup. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a cheat code really. Right, that is the time. I mean, to be honest, I've written down all of ours. We've pretty much got similar thinking. There's not, apart from Aaron, you having Forest down in 14th and Everton in 8th. We're all pretty much the same. We will come on to Villa. I sent you a few questions earlier, so we will go through them. Player of the year I put, didn't I? First one.
Yeah.
Jay, you want to go first?
Yeah. When you put these through, yeah, I didn't know if you meant as the Prem as a whole or just Villa, so I put 2 different ones down. I put a Villa one and the Prem one. I didn't know what you meant.
I meant just Villa for these, but
Oh, okay, Sam. All right, yeah, sweet. My player of the year is Ollie.
yeah, like it. Azzy?
Yeah, Ollie.
I've got Morgan. Go on, Jay. Touch Ollie.
I think he is just the. I'm such a harsh critic of Ollie, for the chances he misses and stuff, but this pre-season he's looked unbelievable, and he's looked like he's been finishing well, but it's his drop when he's been dropping in, his dribbling, his passing, his back to goal. It's always been good, but this pre-season has just gone another level. It looks like he's been doing whatever over pre-season. Over the summer before pre-season to get ready for it. But he looks on fire at the minute, so I think he's going to have the season like he did 2 years prior, where he got 41 goal contributions in all comps. It was. I can see him having that. He's so durable. He can play every game. So yeah.
Yeah, Azzy, similar thing to what Jay said, or?
Yeah, obviously last season he didn't have a proper pre-season, didn't he? He come out after the game yesterday. And obviously mentioned it.
Yeah, I've
He
seen
looked
that.
very good in pre-season. Finishing very good. A couple of headed goals as well in there. So yeah, once again, all-round package for me. So yeah, Watkins.
Yeah, I've gone Rodgers. I just think another season in the Prem, second full season, he's got the potential to elevate himself to that next level this season. If he can get double figures for goals and assists, then that's a good season. That's what he should be targeting. Villa's young. Jay, just out of curiosity, who did you put down as player of the year across all the teams?
Ollie as well.
Nice one. That
You,
probably means
you
we're in the league, so that'll do for the episode. Nice one. Um, no, Joe. Young player of the year. As I come to you first,
I've gone Bogard.
I've also gone Bogard. Joe.
yeah, I've gone by card as well.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're all in the same thing that we just think he's probably going to play a lot more. And as it stands, he's probably cover for right centre back in terms of constantly to rest. If we don't bring anyone else in there, but he's obviously shown in pre-season he can fill in a lot of different positions like we knew he could. Either of you two want to add anything else on Bogard?
Yeah, no, I think he'll again, like he says, he covers so many positions, and I mean, Ezri is quite durable himself, but he's the backup to him. Cash is always susceptible to an injury, so I actually think he's backup to Cash as well. I think he's probably in Emery's mind
So
ahead of Garcia and Rowe as backup to Cash, and obviously he can play. His best position is holding midfield, in my opinion, so he can play there as well. Barkley's always injured. Onana always has that bit of the season. Well, he got injured loads last year, so if he gets injured again, yeah, played really well pre-season. I was thinking of going for Jimo Aloba or Rowe, but I think deep down, I think both of them are going to go out on loan. Same with Hemmings, so I think Bogart's going to stay around and play a lot this year.
Yeah, I think if Garcia goes out on loan, Rowe might stick around, maybe as
Maybe.
a backup to the
he's been
backup.
good in pre-season, hasn't he, bro? I've been quite impressed with him from what I've seen of him.
He was good
Yeah,
last
Quick.
night.
and same with Hemmings. I know we touched on it before, Jay. It's just me and you, I think, on it when we touched on him. Um,
Mm.
you'd have to have a lot of injuries for him to get a look in though. Top goal scorer. I'm gonna say that we've all gone for Ollie.
Well,
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah.
I
I've gone
mean,
Barkley.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, Ollie.
that was top
good player of the
injuries.
season in the Premier League. He's literally top goal scorer for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's guaranteed 15 goals, isn't he? Really, at least as a minimum. You know, and like I think you just said, as he looks sharp in pre-season, some good finishes. Having a pre-season is going to be massive. I think if he can get a goal Saturday and get off the mark early, then he'll be flying. Um,
I'm going to triple
top
captain in the
assists.
fantasy.
What in the first game?
Yeah, he always plays well against Newcastle at home.
You do that, mate. Player of the season. I can see the poster of Ollie on your wall. The most assists.
I've got
It's
Morgan.
not Frozen. They just not to. I've also got Morgan.
I've got Luca Dean.
Okay, I mean Morgan's pretty self-explanatory. Luca Dean, do you think he can get? He'd have to probably get into double assists, wouldn't he, for a
Yeah,
double digits for
we
an
seem to
assist.
be so. We seem to be more attacking with our fullbacks in pre-season. I know Digney was getting up there anyway. But yeah, I just reckon with his crossing, I just reckon he'd be top assist this season.
Do you think it will be him or Matson as first choice going into the season?
Digney. Digney all day.
Joe?
Yeah, I think Digney will be first choice, but I would like to start the season. But even last year, we rotated quite a bit, so I feel like I was thinking Digney as well for assists, but I feel like Matson's going to get his fair share as well. So that's what kind of put Rodgers over him. To be fair,
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I've gone Rodgers. I just think if he can
he's going
play
to
in the
play every
central
game, isn't
area and just sharpen up on that last little bit, then you'd think his numbers would be good. Right, final one, hot take, if you've got one, because I know that did you do one in the end?
Done two.
I've actually got two. Go on, I'll let you go first, Az.
How can you guys have two?
Well, I couldn't decide on which one I wanted to, so I just went for hot. Got two.
Um,
Right,
I've gone just in the Premier League. Watkins 30 goal contributions.
yeah.
Just in the Premier League. And
And
then
your
I've
second
also
one?
gone for Matty Cash. Matty Cash, 10 or more assists in all competitions.
That'll make Jay
He has to
really
go.
happy.
Yeah, he has to go over the halfway line for that to happen.
You've not seen him
And
in
not
pre-season, mate.
cut
It's all
back.
right against Nashville. Yeah, not cut back.
You're
Yeah.
De La Cruz, mate.
As your dad would say, he ain't got a plan B, but maybe that's the plan B for next season, is that Matty Clash crosses the ball.
Clash.
Matty,
Matty Clash crosses the ball.
Say Clash
Um,
again.
yeah, I know I did it on purpose that time. Jay, what was yours? What's yours?
Mine is actually Ollie to be the top goal scorer in the league, the whole league.
Fucking hell, you are loving Ollie Watkins tonight.
Do you know what?
He
I'm
used to hate him,
honestly,
didn't he?
I
Duran,
sorry,
and now he's on the
deep
other.
deep down, I still hate him because he misses so many chances. But for whatever, honestly, the pre-season has just made me believe that I feel like we have, such like where the whole Isak saga going on. It made me realise. I took a step back and I thought well, we are lucky to have Ollie. Like you said there, Scotty, like you alluded to, he guarantees you 15 Prem goals. So if he's doing that as a base, what can he do while looking sharp? Last year he didn't have a pre-season. Yeah, I think he got a brace against Everton in our second home game. But apart from that, he was awful really for those first couple months coming off the Euros. But having a pre-season like he did 2 years ago, where he had that really great year, I just think he's going to be unbelievable. Injury free, hopefully. He's durable. He'll play every single game. Because Marlon's back up to him, but he's not back up to the level of what Rashford and Duran were. So I think Ollie. Well, it's a hot take, so it's one that's not really. It's not supposed to be popular. So yeah, I haven't seen no one else say it.
I like it. Mine is Ollie will finally break the 20 goals in the Premier League. Been obviously standing for a long time, got close, didn't he, a couple of years ago, but will hit 20 in the league. My second one, and I actually never thought I'd say this, is that Emi Buendia, just based on how he's played in pre-season, I'm not sure what, but I feel like it could start on Saturday.
All depends on Rodgers, doesn't it?
Rodgers pending. I think if Rodgers isn't fit, and again, I'm not Buendia's biggest fan. You two both know that, but I'll give him credit again. I thought he was brilliant against Villarreal last night.
He was, but it's the same old Buendia. He can't pass the ball 2 yards.
Totally agree.
That's the thing
The
with
two
Emi.
goals that we scored.
Yeah.
Where he's involved in, but it's his shot that Ollie scores from, and then Kamara does well to obviously win the ball. If he's doing that every match, it don't really matter if he keeps giving the ball away.
He can't do
again,
the
I'm not his biggest fan.
Yeah.
But you can't,
If you gave me an option to keep Buendia or Bailey this season, I'd keep Buendia.
Yeah, I think Bailey's looked better in pre-season, but nowhere near to that level of 2 seasons ago, is he? Sadly. No, Scott, no. Right, I think that is what we're calling this, a season preview, table prediction, season preview for Villa.
Yeah.
We have done a fantasy Premier League The code's out on TikTok. I'm not even going to say what the code is because I can't remember. I'll leave it in the description, but go and... Well, do you know what it is, Aaron? You're shaking your head at me.
Did you get that?
No.
It sounds like some of the teams
No,
will
I
be
don't
playing in
know
the
that.
Europa League this season.
Yeah,
No, I don't know
anyway,
that.
I will. It's on the TikTok page, so go and check that out. This might be the last one that we do before Newcastle, potentially, just because we're all quite busy this week. But
Shall we give a
me and
little
Aaron might
prediction
try
now,
and jump.
Scotty?
Well, yeah, let's do a little prediction now. Me and Aaron might jump on later in the week if we get the time, because I know that you're quite busy now, Joe. Firstly, we better say happy birthday for Thursday, because we might
Thank you very much.
not be on before. Jamie's
40
turning
years young.
13. Go on then, Jay, give me a prediction. It's your birthday.
I'll go for a 4-1 win.
Big. Azzy?
3-1 Villa, Watkins hat-trick, Digny 2 assists, Cash 1 assist.
Dignia. Okay, I'm going to go for 2-0 Villa. No, actually 2-1.
I'm about to say
Not sure
Brave
we'll keep
keeping a clean sheet.
Yeah, I fancy us to win. Got a goal early because they're obviously going through a bit of turmoil, aren't they? But yeah, I think that will do us then. We'll try and get another one in before Saturday if we can. But yeah, in terms of the table predictor, like I said, we're all pretty much as the odd one, but in similar thought process, and that one looks like we all think that Ollie's going to have a great season. So yeah, here's to him doing his ACL on Saturday.
Touch wood.
What a thing to say. What a thing to say.
You know, I'm joking. No. Yeah, that'll do then, won't it? We will be back, but yeah, football's back Saturday. We'll all be there. So if you see us, come say hello, and Aaron might say hello back. All right. Thanks for watching. Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Right.